welcome to another video. So I'm here today to take a look at the Passion Planner Daily Planner, which is not a planner I ever thought I'd actually try, but here we are. So first of all, if you'll recall from my mid-year planner check-in video, this is my bullet journal that is mostly, it's not even really for planning, so whether one can call it a bullet journal or not, I don't know, because I use it primarily for things like collections, and I was using it for future planning, memory keeping, just like whatever I wanted. And one of the things that included was the occasional daily spread. So something like this, or even, I don't know, like this. Right, I would do a daily spread usually on the weekends because that's when my schedule is not planned out for me. Right, during the work week, I have my set kind of schedule that I have based on what classes I'm teaching at the time, what meetings I have, etc. And so a couple of weeks ago, I started a physics modeling workshop. I mentioned that in my summer plans video, and wanted something like, knew I needed to have a daily page. Anytime I'm working from home, anytime I'm doing something that is scheduled, where there are things I need to be doing at certain parts of the day, but they are not at school, I need a daily of some sort. And so I used the free printables from Passion Planner and have been pasting them into this notebook and just experimenting with them. This is an example of how I've been using them. I use this for kind of time blocking. It's fairly loose, but just giving me a general idea of what I want to be working on at that particular time of day. A section for to-dos, notes, and then I like filling in these sections. I used to think that the Passion Planner had too much structure, but for whatever reason, lately with my dailies, I prefer the structure, because usually if I'm using a daily, there's a lot going on, and I like being able to block things out hourly. I like all these little things to like journal about: self-maintenance, best thing that happened today I learned, today in one word, and a little mood tracker. And this has been going super well. I've been using it for like 2 weeks straight through, consistently every single day. And the only difference is that the actual printable has the blank kind of daily section, and then there's a dot grid section on the other half. And so I've been throwing away that dot grid section because it just didn't make sense to me to use to paste the dot grid section over my dot grid journal. And another thing I didn't like was that I was using these printables, but like not in a way that let me fully utilize the actual art journal paper. Like, this is really nice paper, and I was just pasting over it and using other paper. And so I was like, well, I'm doing this enough, maybe I might as well try the actual plum paper daily. And so that's what I have right here. And I got the black one because the black one is the cheapest one, so I wanted to just see if I liked it before I paid any extra for a fancy design or whatever. And it's completely undated. So my original idea was to use this just like I use my dailies, just for weekends and things like that. But then I kind of liked the goal setting in here, so I'm a little up in the air, and I wanted to just kind of do a flip through and some initial impressions of this planner in this video. So you open it. This is kind of it's a soft cover planner, I think I would say. It's a leatherette, like faux leather kind of cover, but it is soft and flexible. This is the A5 size. The daily comes only in A5 printed, but the printables do have their medium and large versions if you're into that, because that's kind of a nice option. You've got this inside cover with information about Passion Planner, a place to put some gratitude if found, note to self. This cartoon drawn and illustrated by the owner of Passion Planner. It's a little lengthy. I honestly haven't read all of it. But then you've got this, how the Passion Planner Daily works, and I really liked this. I mean, some of the labels are self-evident, but others were just like nice to kind of see what they envisioned. So they label each section. I thought that was cool. You have free space inspiration for this space of infinite possibilities. So these are things that you could do in the free space to grow and your space of infinite possibility plus other ideas. Adjust start page to mark when you started the journal, and then you get into your passion roadmap. So I've already done this, so that's why I've got it covered, but this was cool. It is a flow chart. So in the center, it's today's date, and then you have a bubble for a year from now, 3 months from now, 3 years from now, and like lifetime goals or dreams. And I like the way that they approach this. So you start with a brainstorm. You set a timer for 5 minutes, and then just write down anything and everything that comes to mind. You're not focusing on realism, you're not focusing on achievability, nothing. Just anything, brainstorming. And it asks you to set a timer for 5 minutes, which I like because that was approachable. It was like, here, let me just jot down, spend 5 minutes writing down everything. I actually forgot to set my timer, so I might have spent a bit more than 5 minutes on it, but it was relatively straightforward. Then you select your game changer goal, which is some kind of goal that like you can circle it and it will immediately like improve your life if you can get through that game changer goal. And then you have a monthly game changer goal. And so I like that this is organized by month. So you have one thing you're focusing on during the month, and then you brainstorm another 5 minutes to create a mind map of things and tasks that would make that goal achievable. You make it measurable, so you go back and you add specifics to your brainstorming. You prioritize things, so then you go back and you number, okay, this is the first thing I'd like to do, the second thing, etc. You incorporate these tasks into your daily pages. You commit about how long it might take you a day to work on your game changer goal. You define why. You visualize what it would feel like to achieve your game changer goal, and then you just kind of have at the bottom some things to like check-ins, a keystone habit, ask for support, a resource, and celebration. And I liked it. So my game changer goal is actually to put into place in August systems and routines that are going to help with the fall. Like, I always find fall a period of the year that is just super stressful, and I'm always anxious, and like, I don't know, before we get like super into fall, that's my game changer goal, is to kind of prepare for what I know is probably the hardest season of the year for me. Then you get your future log, and here I'm just using it as that. So I'm jotting down birthdays. I'm writing small enough so that I can have 2 lines if I wanted to, and I just added some color at the top in mild liners. And then for the 3 months that I think would be in this journal, so I'm starting it in August, and it's an approximately 3-month journal. So August, September, and October, I've actually divided the columns so that I can have my future log section, and I can have a section to highlight what I used that space of infinite possibility for. So pink with a J, that's just journaling, free journaling. But it might be the case that someday I use that for notes, where I actually want to be able to come back and reference it. And so I want to just have here almost like a table of contents. Like on August the 12th, that's where I put my notes from, I don't know, this faculty meeting. I would never put work stuff in here, but just as an idea, right? And then I know, oh, okay, August 12th, we had that faculty meeting, and I have my notes about this thing there. So I've done that for these 3 months, and then if I use it every day, it's not going to last me past October, and so then I'll decide if I'm going to get another one and keep doing this. I'm not sure, because like I said, I went from wanting this to be completely undated so that I can just use it for weekends and days when I'm not at work. But I love the journaling spaces and time blocking spaces so much that I kind of want to try to use it every day. I also like the goal setting, because once I have my game changer goal for the month, then at the top, and I didn't do that today, but at the top of, go to a blank page. At the top, you have your game changer goal, where you can write, okay, this is the game changer goal, and then these are the tasks that are directly associated to that game changer goal. And so you check in with it every day, but it's like one thing. It is one thing, and it might be composed of like a few different things, but ultimately it's one thing a month that you are focusing on, and then the little things that'll help you get closer to that each day. And I like that approach. So I don't know, we'll see. I'm going to try to use it as a daily planner that I'm in basically every day. You go through your dailies, and I forget how many are in each section. I'll just count. You have enough space for 31 daily pages, before you get to this check-in page. So this is a self check-in, and it says, what's on your mind? Rate this month from 1 to 10. Memorable moments, accomplishments I'm proud of, I will celebrate by, how I've grown / biggest lessons, as a self check-in. And I originally thought that I'd want this to just happen randomly, like whenever I happen to get to the end of these daily pages, be it in 1 month or 3, I would do the self check-in. But I like the idea of doing it monthly. And then you have another game changer goal. So this month's game changer goal, and you go through the same planning process for what that month's focus is going to be before you get into your next 31 pages of dailies. And then when those end, you get another self check-in and this month's game changer goal. And I don't know if this is always going to be the case, but in the current format of the daily, you don't have monthlies, right? Some daily planners also include a monthly planner, and I have a monthly view, I have a weekly view. I just want my daily pages and potentially some light goal setting pages. And that's what this gives you. It like really surprised me. I didn't expect to like it as much as I actually do. The paper is smooth but not slick. It is a 120 GSM, so it's a little thinner than my Archer and Olive paper, which is 160, but it's still nice and thick. And then you get your daily pages for that last month. And then you have another self check-in, and then a since you started this planner prompt list. So how has your year been so far? What has brought you the most challenge? What has brought you the most joy? What do you want to dedicate more time to? And then a section here for that. And then at the very end, there are just a few stray dot grid pages. And then at the end, just a congrats page and a pocket. And then it comes with this elastic here and this bookmark that I might just cut off because I kind of don't like it, but I like having a little tab to easily flip to. So I've started using it today, the day that I'm filming this video, and it's so, I just love it. It lays mostly flat, like it's not a hardback, and yet with some pressing, it's like it lays open really easily, which was a surprise to me. And I'm using this for like to-dos, a general kind of hourly, daily thing. I fill in these things and then as they are labeled, and then over here today I used it for some journaling and brainstorming, mostly thinking about how I would use this journal. And then I have tomorrow set up, and I've got a place for personal tasks, work tasks. When school actually starts, I think that this work section will be a place for me to brain dump in the evenings what I want to focus on the next day at work, because sometimes that like keeps me up and like keeps my mind spinning, and is a large part of some of the anxiety I have about work, is not being able to shut that part of my brain off in the evenings. But if I can just come in here and jot it down the day before, then maybe I can forget about it. Or even just journaling a little bit about how work went that day and why it either is or is not stressing me out, or a fun moment that happened at work or something like that, without this actually being a place of stuff for me to do at home. Like this, my work to-dos and most of my work tasks stays in my work planner, which stays at work. That is like super important boundary for me. But I don't know, I think this might be useful. Free space to grow, self-maintenance, and then my timeline. And I've set this up just for another journaling page tomorrow, at least so far. And then I started to play with this page as well. The Passion Planner does come with some stickers that are in this like hollow foil, and they're pretty cool. I've used a few of them here, and then this is what the rest of the sheet looks like. So I really liked those, and I'm just having a good time with this. So I will be using this for a while. I will probably try to update as many of my dailies as possible on Instagram, so you can follow me there if you want to see how I'm using this. I'm not 100% sure what the balance is going to be between this and my weekly planner. We'll have to see. It might be that I try this for a while and then set it to the side, or I try this for a while and then go back to using it as weekends only. I'm not really sure. This I'm not using for dailies, but it's still going to be a place for my collections and some memory keeping and things like that. This I have deliberately kept very free flowing. I expect it to last me through the end of the year, maybe into the next year. This I'm still using for weekly outlines. And one of the things that I started to do this week, or sometime early in the year, was to use this as a weekly for appointments and also to see to-dos, but these to-dos don't necessarily have to happen on that day. So one of the things that I could use this for potentially is to just brainstorm my week here, jot down anything and everything that I might want to get done, and then focus each day on, okay, but what am I actually doing today? This is the week. What is today? That is how I used my plum paper planner, kind of, sort of, but the plum paper planner had a few too many broad sections that I didn't like. I also didn't really like the paper in the long term. And then like some of the sections were awkwardly spaced, like the note section at the bottom was too short. So anyway, trying this for now, going to try to incorporate it with this. We'll see how my usage of it kind of develops over the course of the school year and these first couple of weeks and months of the new year. That's just kind of a quick introduction to this planner, a brief review, and the initial impressions. One of the things I'd love to know is if you know of any YouTube channels that use the Passion Planner daily, because I would love to see them. I've been hunting down some Instagram accounts. Those are easy to see just by looking at the Passion Planner daily Instagram page and then looking at their tags. But I'd be interested in YouTube videos about the Passion Planner daily. So definitely let me know down in the comments any channels you know of that use this planner, because I'd love to see more and just kind of get more ideas for how to use this, especially in conjunction with a weekly. Alright, so that's it for this video. If you have made it this far, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.